as the night settles gently around you, I want you to let your whole body begin to loosen, soften, and exhale the weight of everything you carried today. You don't have to hold yourself together right now. You don't have to pretend you're strong in this moment. You don't have to think through solutions or replay anything in your mind. This is a sacred pause, a tender slowing, a moment where the noise of the world fades and the presence of Jesus becomes near in a way your heart can finally feel. Let your breath fall into a slower rhythm. Let your shoulders drop. Let your thoughts begin to drift like quiet waves. You are stepping into a space where Jesus meets you not with demands, but with rest, not with expectations, but with comfort, not with pressure, but with peace. He sees how tired you are. He sees how much you've been trying to hold in, hold up, and hold together, even if no one else noticed, even if you didn't say a word about it. Jesus did. He watched you push through the day with a strength you didn't even realize you were using. He saw the moments you swallowed your frustration, the moments you hid your hurt, the moments you kept going when you wanted to collapse. And now, in this quiet night, He's inviting you to lay all of it down. Not piece by piece, not slowly, but fully. He isn't asking you to be strong right now. He's asking you to rest in Him. Feel that invitation settle into your spirit like a warm blanket. The kind of warmth that tells you it's safe to let go, safe to breathe deeper, safe to stop worrying for a while. Jesus isn't distant tonight. He isn't watching you from far away. His presence is here in the softness of the darkness, in the calmness of your slowly steadying breath, in the quiet reassurance filling the room around you. He doesn't need you to pray perfectly. He doesn't need you to say the right words. He doesn't need you to do anything at all. He just wants you to be still long enough for your heart to remember that you're not alone. Let the tension fall from your chest. Let the exhaustion you've been ignoring surface and dissolve. Jesus doesn't rush you through this moment. He doesn't tell you to toughen up or keep moving. He simply whispers, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." And as you breathe, feel that whisper becoming real inside you. Feel the tightness in your thoughts loosen. Feel the pressure in your spirit lighten. Feel the weight of the day slowly releasing its grip around your heart. Tonight, you don't have to be the one holding everything together. Jesus is holding you. He's holding your mind, your worries, your fears, your exhaustion. He's holding all the pieces that felt scattered throughout your day. He's holding every part of you that feels stretched thin, worn out, or overwhelmed. And He's doing it gently, without judgment, without frustration, without expecting you to be anything other than what you are in this moment, tired, human, and ready for peace. Let this quiet grow around you. Let it seep into the spaces you kept tense all day. Let it move through your breathing, your thoughts, your emotions. Jesus is here, close enough for your spirit to rest against Him, close enough to calm the storm inside you, close enough to remind you that you are safe, loved, and seen deeply. Let this night become a shelter for your heart, a place where you don't have to perform or pretend, Just breathe. Just rest. Just let Jesus wrap you in the peace that has been waiting for you since the moment the day began. You're safe now. The night is calm. Jesus is near. Let yourself drift into his presence, slowly and gently. This is where your rest begins. This is where the rewriting of your tomorrow starts, right here, in this quiet surrender. As you drift a little deeper into this quiet moment, I want you to feel the gentle way your heart begins to open, slowly, softly, without pressure. This is the part of the night where everything you pushed aside during the day starts to rise quietly to the surface. The worries you didn't have time to face, the thoughts that lingered behind your smile, the fear that sat quietly in the back of your mind. You didn't ignore these things because you didn't care. You ignored them because you had to keep going. But Jesus saw every hidden weight. He noticed every silent battle. He felt every unspoken ache long before you ever had to name it. And right now, he's inviting you to let those things loosen their grip, one gentle breath at a time. There were moments today that left marks on your spirit, moments of stress, disappointment, confusion, or frustration that you carried quietly because you didn't want to burden anyone. There were thoughts that circled in your mind that you didn't know what to do with. There were emotions you tucked away because you didn't feel ready to feel them. None of this makes you weak. None of this makes you broken. It simply makes you human, and Jesus understands humanity better than anyone. He knows the weight of the world. He knows the pressure of expectation. He knows the hidden ache beneath the surface of even your strongest days. Tonight, he's here to lift what you were never meant to carry alone. Let your breathing deepen just a little more. And as it does, feel the knots inside you begin to untangle. Feel the heaviness in your chest lighten slowly. Feel the restless thoughts in your mind quiet down enough to loosen their hold. Every fear you've been trying to control, Jesus already knows it. Every anxiety you tried to outrun, he has already seen it. Every burden you tried to minimize because you didn't want to seem overwhelmed, he has already felt it with you. You don't have to hide anything from him. Nothing you carry is too much for his hands. Think of the worries that have followed you into the night, the ones that whisper to you when everything else is quiet. The questions about your future, the uncertainties about decisions, the concerns about relationships, responsibilities, finances, health, direction. You've held all of this so tightly, trying to be brave, trying to be responsible, trying to be prepared. But Jesus is whispering to you now, in the stillness. You don't have to carry this. Let me take it. And as you breathe, imagine each worry slowly loosening and falling gently into his hands. Feel the relief that comes from finally being honest with your own heart. You don't have to pretend you're not afraid. You don't have to act like everything is under control. Jesus never asked you to be perfect. He asked you to come to him. And tonight, he's closer than ever, standing beside the pieces of your heart you don't show anyone, gently gathering them with tenderness and understanding. He's not disappointed in your weakness. He's drawn to it because your weakness is where his strength becomes your comfort. Let this moment be the first deep breath you've taken in a while, the kind that makes your whole spirit exhale. Jesus is stepping into the very emotions you tried to suppress today. He's stepping into your overwhelmed heart. He's stepping into your hidden fear. And he's speaking peace over every shadowed corner. He's reminding you that nothing you feel disqualifies you from his love. Nothing you fear pushes him away. Nothing you think is too messy for him to heal. He holds every part of your inner world with patience and compassion. As you lie here, allow the weight of the day to unravel. Let the worries that tried to follow you into the night begin to dissolve in his presence. Let the anxieties you held close begin to melt into his peace. Jesus isn't asking you to fix anything right now. He's simply asking you to release softly, slowly, completely. Your heart is safe here. Your mind is safe here. Your spirit is safe here. And everything you carried today is finally being lifted, piece by piece, as Jesus draws near to comfort you in the quiet. This is where healing begins, when the things you hid are finally allowed to breathe in the presence of the one who understands you completely. Let this night become a place where your burdens unravel, where your fears soften, where your spirit finds rest in the safety of Jesus' loving hands. You're not alone, not in your thoughts, not in your worries, not in your fears. Jesus is here, helping you let go. And as you do, your heart becomes lighter, your spirit becomes calmer, and the peace you've been searching for begins to settle gently over you like a warm, quiet embrace. As you sink deeper into this peaceful stillness, I want you to feel the gentle way truth begins to settle over your spirit, soft, steady, and reassuring. This is the moment where Jesus speaks into the places you tried so hard to fix on your own, the places where fear whispered too loudly, the places where doubt tried to cloud your vision, the places where exhaustion made you question whether anything in your life would ever shift. But Jesus is here now, and he is speaking the kind of truth that doesn't just comfort you, it transforms the way your heart carries tomorrow. Let your breathing slow. Let your mind soften. Let your spirit open just enough to absorb what he is whispering into this night. He wants you to know that you are not walking blindly. You are not drifting without direction. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or abandoned. Every step you've taken has been seen by him. Every sigh you released today was heard by him. Every prayer that felt unanswered is still held in his hands. He is working even when you cannot see a single sign of change. He is moving even in moments that feel painfully still. While you sleep, Jesus is writing the very things your heart has been asking for. There are promises in Scripture that are not just words on a page. They are living breath for your soul. Jesus is bringing them close to you now. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will go before you. I am making a way in the wilderness. My peace I give to you. These promises do not wait for your strength. They rest on his character, and his character has never failed you. Even when it felt like everything was falling apart, He was holding the pieces. Even when it felt like you were carrying the weight alone, He was supporting you. Even when you questioned His timing, He was preparing something better than you imagined. Feel these truths settle deep into your spirit, filling the empty spaces where fear once lived. Jesus is not waiting for you to figure everything out before He moves. He is not waiting for you to prove yourself before He blesses you. He is not waiting for you to become perfect before He brings peace. He is moving now quietly, gently, faithfully, rearranging things you don't even know need rearranging. He is protecting you from things you never saw coming. He is aligning your steps with a wisdom you could never create on your own. He is rewriting your tomorrow in ways that will make sense only when you look back and see how He held you through every moment of overwhelm. Let the truth of His presence wrap around your heart like a calming light. You don't need to worry about tomorrow because Jesus is already in it. You don't need to fear the unknown because He has already walked ahead of you. You don't need to stress about decisions because He is guiding you even when you feel unsure. You don't need to panic about outcomes because He is working all things for your good, not some things, not occasional things, but all things. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is too broken. Nothing is too delayed. Nothing is too complicated for Him. As you drift deeper, imagine Jesus placing His hand gently over your heart, steadying the places inside you that feel fragile. Feel Him calming your thoughts like a quiet whisper that brings clarity where confusion once lived. Feel Him lifting your worries one by one, not hurriedly, but tenderly, as if each one matters deeply to Him, because it does. You matter to Him. Your future matters to Him. Your rest matters to Him. Your healing matters to Him. He is not indifferent to your pain or your fear. He is deeply involved in the story of your life, writing chapters you have not yet seen. Let your spirit absorb this truth. Jesus is not just watching over you. He is actively rewriting what tomorrow will look like. Every moment you rest tonight becomes a moment He works on your behalf. Every breath you release becomes an opening for Him to shape things according to His perfect love. You don't need to fight for control. You don't need to hold on to fear. You are safe. You are covered. You are held by the One who never sleeps. And tonight, while you rest, He is renewing your strength, refreshing your spirit, and preparing a tomorrow filled with His peace, His guidance, and His grace. Let the truth sink deeply. Jesus is working even now, and His work is good. His timing is perfect. His love is unfailing. Rest in that. Let your heart loosen. Let your thoughts quiet. Let His presence fill the room. You are not alone tonight, and you will not walk alone tomorrow. Jesus is rewriting your next chapter with hands full of love. Let that truth carry you deeper into peace as your body becomes heavier and your thoughts begin to float just beyond reach. I want you to imagine this quiet space as the doorway between what you've lived today and what Jesus is preparing for you tomorrow. This is the soft crossing point, the holy moment where your spirit is still awake enough to feel his presence, yet relaxed enough to receive what he is doing behind the scenes. There is a tenderness in this part of the night, a sacred stillness where Jesus steps closer, not to burden you, but to begin rewriting the parts of your future you've been afraid to face. You don't have to hold anything. You don't have to understand anything. You just have to rest while he works. Let your breathing fall into an even softer pattern. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Feel how your chest loosens. Feel how your thoughts slow. Feel how your spirit begins to float on the calm Jesus is placing around you. This is where he begins to transform everything that felt stuck, confusing, delayed, or overwhelming. Not through noise, not through force, but through quiet, steady, invisible movement. Jesus does some of his greatest work in silence when you are too tired to strive, too drained to fight, too overwhelmed to think. When you surrender to rest, he steps into the story and begins to rearrange the very things you've been praying about. Imagine him walking into your tomorrow with authority and tenderness, touching the places where fear tried to build walls. See him stepping into situations that seemed impossible, clearing a path where you couldn't see one before. Picture him softening hearts, opening doors, restoring what was broken, and aligning details you didn't even know needed alignment. While you sleep, he is preparing moments of clarity you haven't reached yet, blessings you haven't imagined yet, and solutions your mind was too tired to grasp. He is not only watching over you, he is working for you. Feel the weight of that truth settle into your spirit. Jesus is not limited by what limited you today. He is not intimidated by the things that felt too big for you. He is not discouraged by the things that overwhelmed you. He steps into every part of your future with complete authority, rewriting outcomes, redirecting paths, redeeming what looked wasted, and breathing life into what felt finished. Nothing is beyond his reach. Nothing is beyond his repair. Nothing is beyond his restoration. Let the soft glow of this truth rest over you, as if the presence of Jesus is filling the room with peace. You are not drifting into sleep alone. You are drifting into the hands of the one who has never failed you, the one who knows exactly what needs healing, the one who knows exactly what needs shifting, the one who knows exactly what needs to be rewritten. And he is doing it with love. Feel how your spirit loosens as you realize you don't have to fix tomorrow. You don't have to predict it. You don't have to control it. Jesus is already there. He is already shaping the conversations, the decisions, the opportunities, and the moments you will walk into. He is already smoothing the rough edges of what could have harmed you. He is already closing doors that were never meant for you and opening doors that will lead you into peace, purpose, and clarity. Let yourself sink deeper into this trust, deeper into this surrender, deeper into this warmth. The night is holding you, but even more than that, Jesus is holding your future. He's touching the things you cried about. He's breathing life into the places you lost hope. He's turning your silent prayers into tomorrow's breakthroughs, and he's doing it quietly, tenderly, faithfully, while your body rests and your spirit softens. As you cross further into sleep, let this truth anchor you. Jesus is rewriting your tomorrow with love, and nothing, not fear, not failure, not confusion, not exhaustion, can stop what he has already begun. Rest now. He's working, he's shaping, he's restoring. And by the time morning touches your skin, you will step into a tomorrow touched by his hands. As the night deepens and your body sinks into its heaviest rest, I want you to imagine the silence around you becoming warm, gentle, and almost holy, like a soft covering placed over your spirit. This is the deepest part of the night, the moment where your conscious mind fades into quiet and your inner world becomes tender, open, and receptive. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think. You don't have to try. This is where Jesus leans closest, not to instruct you or correct you, but simply to hold you in a peace so deep that your spirit finally remembers what safety feels like. Let your breath flow freely. Let your chest rise and fall without effort. Feel how your body melts into stillness, how your muscles release every ounce of tension they've held throughout the day. This is the space where Jesus speaks without words, where he pours comfort into the places inside you that have been aching quietly, where he restores the parts of your heart that have been tired for far too long. His presence doesn't need noise. It doesn't need attention. It simply fills the room like a soft glow, a warmth that moves through you slowly and gently, soaking into the deepest layers of your spirit. Feel that warmth spreading now from your chest to your stomach, to your shoulders, to the quiet places in your mind. Jesus is covering you with peace, not the temporary peace the world gives, but the kind that anchors your spirit even when your thoughts are drifting in sleep. Peace that stays, peace that protects, peace that heals, peace that reminds you that even in the absolute stillness of night, you are not alone. Jesus is closer than your own breath, watching over you with tenderness, guarding you with love, strengthening you without you realizing it. This is the moment where your spirit absorbs healing more easily than at any other time. Every hurt you've carried is softening. Every fear is losing its grip. Every worry is slowly dissolving under the weight of his presence. Jesus is touching the wounds that felt too deep to heal. He's restoring the pieces of your heart that felt too tired to hope. He's calming the storms you never spoke aloud, and he's doing it all silently, gently, lovingly, because he knows your spirit better than anyone ever could. Let yourself imagine your soul being wrapped in a soft blanket of light. Feel how comforting it is. Feel how safe it makes you. Feel how it steadies the parts of you that felt scattered or fragile. Jesus is settling your spirit the way a loving parent tucks a child into bed carefully, intentionally, with a tenderness that melts every layer of fear. You don't have to wake up to understand the healing happening right now. You don't have to consciously feel every shift. Your spirit is receiving what your mind is too tired to process. Jesus is working in the unseen places, rewriting the emotional patterns you've struggled with, lifting the burdens you hid, and whispering peace into the deep places that rarely get quiet enough to hear it. As you drift deeper into sleep, your inner world is aligning itself with His love. The anxiety that once took root is being replaced with calm. The confusion that clouded your thoughts is being replaced with clarity. The heaviness that weighed on your chest is being replaced with rest. You are being renewed in ways you won't fully realize until morning. You will wake lighter, not because life suddenly changed, but because your spirit is being healed while you rest. Let the night continue to cradle you. Let the warmth of Jesus' presence rest over you like soft hands calming your heart. Let your subconscious open wider to His reassurance, His protection, His gentle whispers. There is nothing to fear in this moment, nothing to prove, nothing to analyze. You are held, you are covered, you are safe. And Jesus is doing more for you in this deep stillness than you could ever do on your own. Sleep now, wrapped in the peace of the one who loves you beyond measure. Everything in your spirit is being restored. Everything that felt broken is being strengthened. Everything that felt scattered is being gathered again. Jesus is here, working quietly, faithfully, lovingly. Let the healing continue as you drift deeper into rest. Tonight, your spirit is being renewed from the inside out.